Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Jennifer, your baby girl GH Kings in the building, your favorite registered RN. So on today's video, I'm going to talk to you guys about something that happened today at work. Okay, like I cried on my way home. That's all y'all need to know. So today, I went to work. Today is Sunday. Today is December 13th. Okay, going to work, I was already tired. I was already stressed because I've been working 6 days straight. Today marked the 6th day. Tomorrow I'm not gonna work. Tuesday I'm not gonna work because it's gonna be my day off. I need some day off. Okay. So yes. What happened is that I went to work, okay, and I'm not sure if by the time you're watching this video I have already gone over what I currently do as a nurse. So if I haven't, yeah, I am currently a wound care nurse. I am part of a wound care team in a rehab facility, and I love the job, okay, because I'm basically doing all the treatments that they taught us in nursing school. I'm doing ostomy care, colostomy care, I'm doing tracheostomy, I'm doing I suction, I'm doing what you call it, wound care. So I love it. The only thing I haven't done so far is IV insertion. Yeah, I haven't done IVs, and I haven't done fully insertions, but I have observed a supervisor inserting a Foley before, and I have flashed a Foley before. So I am getting my skills, going. I only have like few skills that I haven't really practiced yet. But then again, I graduated in May. I got my license in August. I started working in September, actually the end of September, and we are in the second week of December. So I feel like I have done really well as a new grad, learning all these skills, and I'm very comfortable in doing them. So today I went to work, and then usually I work, I have 2 floors, and then I have a half of a floor, so I have 2.5 floors. And yesterday when I went to work, a nurse actually helped me with massage. She didn't tell me she was doing my patients, some of my patients, but then it's like we work together as a team. We work together as a team. Even though we all have like our size that we do, we work together as a team to get the work done, because at the end of the day, we are wound care nurses. We are wound, and like we work together. We basically work together. If I need help, I can call her, I can test her, and if she need help, she can do the same thing, So I assumed that yesterday she wanted to just help a girl, so she did some of my patients, and I don't know if she noticed like there was any changes in the skin of my patient, and she didn't tell me. And my mistake was that I didn't go to assess the patient when she did it, even though she told me like, oh, I have done the wound care for this patient. I should have gone and checked it myself because it's my patient. So that's something that I learned today, and that's something I want you guys to also know, so that you learn from this video. Okay, even if you're working together with other nurses and supervisor one night, and they'll be like, oh, I gave your patient his or her medication, you don't need to worry about it. Go to the patient, make sure the patient had the medication, and make sure the person documented. Okay, thankfully, by the grace of God, when this person did the wound care for my patient yesterday, she documented that she did a wound care. So that because that's how I knew that she did a wound care, because she did it. I didn't even, she did it and documented it. That's how I knew that she did it, so I didn't have to go do it. And she is part of my team, so I trusted. I didn't even think of, oh, let me go open the patient to see if she did the wound care. Like if I did her patient's wound care, I don't expect her, I would never expect her to go and be like, oh, let me open it to see Jennifer did it, because I trusted her. If I said I'm gonna do something, I will do it. So that's the same way I thought about her. But now I'm not gonna trust anybody. Okay, even if the supervisor says, oh, I did this person's wound care, I'm going to make sure that the thing was done. I'm dead serious. I'm gonna make sure that the thing was done. Okay, because what happened is that today came, and I had the same side. Okay, the same side again. And and she told me, oh, one of the CNAs assigned to the patient said that the wound of the patient, like there is small wound there, and it's red, and it looks like it was a blister. So the dermis of the skin, the first layer of the skin came off, because of HIPAA and stuff like that. I can't show you, And I was like, and she's like, did you notice that? I'm like, wait, what? Are you not the person that did the wound care yesterday? Did you notice it? And the way she asked the question, as if she don't even know, or she don't even know, like she don't even know she's the one that did the dressing yesterday. So I was like, wow. And then not knowing, she called our wound care supervisor to tell her. And you know, the supervisor told her to tell me to call the supervisor in charge of the facility, you know, so that we can make an incident report, tell the doctor, so he or she can order treatment for the patient, and we have to inform the patient's family, otherwise they can sue us. They can sue the facility and sue the wound care nurses, you know. And I was like, she didn't she this the wound care supervisor told her to tell me this, and she didn't tell me. And so the supervisor was wondering, like, why hasn't Jennifer, you know, which is me, called her back? Because I'm new. I have been working there for this is my 4th week working there. Actually, this is the beginning of my 5th week working there. So the wound care nurse, supervisor was wondering, like, why I haven't called her, because I'm new. I don't know the procedures, you know, why I haven't called her to ask the right things I'm supposed to do, because I don't even know the RN supervisor that is in charge today, you know. So she called me. She's like, Jennifer, didn't so and so tell you to do something? I'm like, wait, what? Nobody told me nothing. And she's like, oh, the person told me that you already knew that there was a new wound there. I was like, wait, what? No. For the past, like I said, I've been working 6 days straight. For the past 4 days, I was on the other side. I wasn't on the same side I was, because I was doing the lady that wasn't coming. The lady that did my side, I was doing her side because it was her day off. I think she took 2 days off, and then it was okay. She took 2 days off plus her regular day off, so she didn't come for 4 days. So I was doing her side, and there was another wound care nurse. I was doing the side that I did today and yesterday. So I'm like, those 4 days I was on this other side. I wasn't on this particular side. So if something went on, I wouldn't be aware. And yesterday she's the one that did the patient, and today too she's the one that did the patient, and she's just telling me that the CNA said so and so. And the supervisor was like, but I told her to tell you. So I'm like, well, she didn't tell me. You just telling me. And let me tell you, this was past 3, and my job ends at 3. And I still had one person to do. So I had to go downstairs, find out who the supervisor is, come upstairs to the supervisor. We have to access the patient, take some pictures. She has to send the doctor, send the patient's family, and then we both have to do documentation, you know. And then the wound care nurse that came in the afternoon too had to go with me. We have to assess the patient. I left the place like few minutes to 5. And the interesting thing is that this wound care nurse told the RN supervisor that, oh, by the way, the patient is not my patient. I'm not responsible for her. So the supervisor actually talked to me. She's like, you know what? When I came here, I was a wound care nurse before I became a supervisor. And I have this woman as well, and she did the same thing to me. So I'm going to tell you to not trust her. She seems like she's helping you, but when a situation comes, she's going to back off to let you be by yourself. And she did that same thing to me. So be careful with her. If she tell you I have done A, go and confirm it yourself. I was like, wow, thank you. You know, I was thanking God. I'm like, I thank God that the supervisor that was there actually has worked with this lady, so she knew how she is, you know. And the wound care nurse told me the same thing. She told me, like, you know what, be careful, don't trust anybody. I was like, thank you, because you know me, like, because recently, like, there was a patient that we had, you know, when I think he has artery problem. So like there was blistering stuff going on his foot, and I even took pictures to send the supervisor if it's something that we need to worry about, you know. And she's taking care of that. I told her, like, if you know me, if I saw that this woman has a new pressure ulcer, I was going to tell you. I was going to take a picture and let you know. I wasn't going to just not let you know, because at the end of the day, we are the ones that have to treat the lady. You understand where I'm coming from? So she's like, it's okay, I understand you. I know you didn't know, you know, because, I mean, obviously, the documentation says she's the one that did the wound care. And first of all, she didn't even tell me that she was doing it. Like I said, she didn't even tell me that she was doing it. So I'm here to tell you guys that when you start working, especially when you are new or when you are comfortable with people, don't just trust them, because when it comes to their lances and your lances, they're going to cover their behind and they're going to leave your ass. Okay, especially if you are new and you have no idea what is going on, they're going to leave your behind hanging. They're going to cover their asses, because this lady did a wound care twice in a row, but went to tell the RN supervisor that it's not her patient. So the thing is, if it's not your patient, why did you do the wound care without asking the nurse, which is me, that's assigned to the patient? Or when you saw that since you were 18, when you saw something, why didn't you tell the supervisor? Why didn't you tell me? You're going to call the supervisor today because the CNA told you, even though you have seen it. Because you know the CNA said it, you know the CNA has covered her behind now. So you should not cover yours by saying, oh, it's not your patient. The supervisor even told you to tell me something, but you went ahead and not tell me. Do you have good intentions for me? You know, so you need to be very careful with people that you work with, especially when you are new. You need to be very, very careful. Cover your behind. Make sure that you do the things that you are supposed to. Do not let anybody do your assignments for you. And even if you delegate an assignment to a CNA, make sure the CNA did it. And even if someone decides to help you, always confirm. It does not matter, okay? Even if it's your mother that's a nurse, your father that's a nurse, your sibling that's a nurse, your cousin that's a nurse, your neighbor that's a nurse, even if they do something for you, make sure to check it. So now I have learned a very good lesson. I have learned a lesson like today. Even if, you know, during wound care and you are two people doing two foot or the same, you know, I will make sure that the food that the other person did, I have to make sure that the person actually did it. I got to make sure that the person did it. I learned a lesson today. Do not trust anybody. You are there to do your work. You got your license by yourself. You schooled by yourself. You took your board exam by yourself. Do not trust anybody. It doesn't matter how long you've worked with the person. It doesn't matter how trustworthy the person seems. Okay? Always confirm. Always confirm, because at the end of the day, the person is going to cover his or her behind. And your behind is going to be out there like that. Today, like, I literally almost cried. Okay? I had a tear drop and I'm like, how can someone be so wicked? You know? How can someone be that wicked? What did I do to you? And what are you going to gain from doing what you did? You're not gonna gain anything. And like I said, I really thank God that, you know, she's the one that actually documented that she did a wound care. So even if it's not her assignment, she documented that she did a wound care. And who told you to do the wound care? I did not tell you to do the wound care. I did not ask for your help, because I usually ask you if you need help. You did not ask me if I needed help. You just went ahead to do it. But then again, it was my fault too for not going to confirm that she has actually done the dressing. And that it goes back to saying, like, I trust her because we do wound care together. We are a team, we're a whole team. And I expect some form of trust, relationship, respect, you know, relationship going on, you know. But now I need to make sure that I'm looking at my back, you know, especially with her. So yeah, that's all that I have to say. That is all that I have to say. So I'm actually grateful for this experience, because it actually has taught me one or two things. I'm going to be very, very careful as a nurse, you know. And I wanted to share this video with you guys so that when you guys become nurses, or if you already started working, you become very careful and very aware of your environment. Be very careful and very aware, because you went to school for this degree. You went through a lot to get this degree, and you don't want somebody like that to come and mess up your license for you. You don't want someone like that to mess up your license for you. So by the way, I did not get into trouble, you know. I did not get into trouble, but I thank God, because I could have gotten into trouble. I really thank God, and I give him all the glory for what happened today. Honestly, it was a lesson for me. And yeah, I'm just glad to share this video with you guys, and I hope you all learn one or two things from this video. And I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.